Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Fairy Oracle. I am not doing my weekly reading until Monday or Sunday, Monday. That's about when I do it. But I am going to pull a few cards for this weekend, seeing how on May 10th, Mercury goes retrograde backwards, how it works in Gemini. And as you all know, if you have an inkling about Gemini, Gemini has two faces, and it could go one way or the other in the Gemini sign. I always find it interesting. I have a relative that is Gemini and a daughter who is Gemini. And I could never understand how my daughter could watch TV, listen to music, and do her homework at the same time. I have to have quiet if I'm doing anything where I have to concentrate. And when she was studying, same thing. And she would still get A's. My sister, who is also a Gemini, could have chaos all around her and know where everything is. And I'm not like that at all. I have to have my piles organized. I have to know where everything is in order to be able to function. And so it's really interesting when you dig deep into astrological signs, and I'm not talking about surface stuff like horoscopes. I'm talking about digging deep into the psychology of a horoscope, cancel that horoscope, astrological sign. Then you find out so many interesting things. I like to look at my own sign and see what my positive traits are and my negative traits. And I can see both. And that helps us change some things about ourselves that can be changed. Some stuff, it's just who we are. And even though we try and try, it's a battle. So onward and upward in the journey of life. But I want to choose 3 cards. And this is one of my favorite card decks, and I've been using it for years. I think this is one of my oldest decks that I have. It's the Magical Messages for the Fairies Oracle cards. And the person that designed this deck is no longer a card reader. And that's okay. That's her gig. But I happen to like these cards. And what I did was I went on, I think it was Etsy, and I found a tiny deck because the original deck is quite large. It's thick, it's bulky, and this is about the size of a regular playing card deck. And I love this. This is what I want for my Light Fragments Oracle. So if you know of anybody that would take on the job of printing, getting my cards reduced in size and reprinted, I'm all for that. I hear a car coming and it's off the highway and I think somebody's coming to my house. So I apologize. But you can take this deck, right? And you can shuffle it like playing cards. And that's what I love. And then usually what I do is I will do this a couple times, which is similar to cutting the deck, and then I begin. So let's pull a couple cards and see what the cards have to say. Now I see some cards in here are upside down, which is really interesting. There's only 2 cards in here that's upside down. And you know what? I don't know how that happened, because when I put the 3 cards that are upside down, you know what? I'm going to pull those cards. This is odd. When I put this deck away, I know they were all upright. And I just shuffled them. I don't know how 3 cards would be upside down, but they are. So I'm going to read them. So the first card is admit your true feelings to yourself. This card here, if I want to read it as in the past card up to the present moment, sometimes admitting our true feelings means that we have to leave being in denial. And we could have been in denial for years. Recently, I have admitted some true feelings to myself. And I am in the process of making changes. Now, I know that these changes are not going to happen overnight, and I do have a plan. Sometimes when we have a plan, it doesn't work out exactly as we anticipate. But I am still making a plan, having a goal, and trying to move into who I am more. Because I think that the denial part was, for me, I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to do my life this way. And the truth of the matter is, no, I don't. I can make changes. So you might be feeling, I've been feeling kind of stuck, and I'm looking at why I feel stuck, and I'm seeing that there are some things that I need to tweak a little bit. And one of those things I have to let go. And one of those things I have to begin. Or one of those things I have to tweak a little bit. Not necessarily let go. And it could be a person, unfortunately. It could be someone in your life. And I don't like to say that because I think that we live in a throwaway society. I think that everything is discardable. Things that we've used for years that we know works, we discard for the new and up and coming thing. If somebody in our life is not doing and saying the things that we like, we get rid of them rather than approach them. And if you've done that already and you keep repeating the same cycle, getting the same results, then yes, maybe it's time. But I don't like to throw people away. It has to be pretty extreme for me. Or I have to be in a relationship that I'm not getting any exchange with. Then it's like, okay, time to move on. But so the past to the present is recognize your true feelings and admit them to yourself. I like to jot things down in a notebook, any notebook that I have hanging around. I will jot down a thought if I feel it's a true feeling, and I'll wait on it or meditate on it for a couple of days because, I might just be feeling crappy at the moment, and that can change. So I try not to jump on that, but I do like to admit it to myself. That's really important because we're the only people that know what we truly desire out of life. And sometimes that desire can shift depending on our age, depending on our profession, depending on where we are in the moment. We might be exhausted, or we might have acquired an illness that we weren't expecting. And that needs attention. So it could be a plethora of things. But the cards are saying this weekend, spend a little bit of time admitting your true feelings to yourself. Don't have to jump on it. You don't have to be impulsive. Just look at them. Give them some credit. And then go about your day. So let's see what the next card is. Holiday. So this is a really interesting card because maybe you need a vacation. Maybe you need a vacation away from everything that you are in right now. Now, I think we're out of this pandemic, okay? I don't think we're out of COVID. I don't think COVID is ever going to go away. It's here to stay. But I think that we are out of the pandemic. And if you notice, life has just blossomed again with the flowers. And if you're planning a vacation, make sure that your vacation has rest in it. You know, I used to love going away on vacation, but I did not like preparing because we would go to a cabin and we brought all our linen, we brought our pillows, we brought our grill, we brought our food, we brought everything, towels. It was like I was packing up my house to go on vacation, to be in a house that I just unpacked and, packed and unpacked. And then coming home, you had all this dirty laundry and you had to put everything away. I'm beyond that. If I go on a vacation, I want to bring a suitcase. That's it. And a carry-on. I don't want to bring my kitchen or anything like that. So make sure if you're going to go on a vacation that you've got some rest planned. While you're out sightseeing, plan your vacation so you're not spending morning until night rushing, and then you actually get some time to sit with your favorite drink, cold or hot, a book, watching the waves, whatever it is. Make sure you take some time to rest on your holiday. That might be something that you need to admit to yourself, like, I need a vacation. And this is an interesting card. I don't even quite know how to make this a general reading, but one of you out there is going to see this video and you're going to be contemplating moving into a more spiritual way of living. Possibly even taking some classes, becoming a spiritual teacher, because it's who you are at your core. It's always something you've been interested in, you've wanted to do, and it's your life purpose. But because you were making the money, to survive, raising your family, you put that stuff on the back burner, but you're now in a different phase of life. And so I'm here to encourage you to do that. There are wonderful teachers out there. There's wonderful life coaches, but even more, we've got the universe that teaches if we take the time to learn and we put it out there that this is something that we want to do. So perhaps you've been thinking about being a spiritual teacher. Perhaps you already are a spiritual teacher and you want to branch out and do more. That card is an encouragement to do so. And it might be honoring your true feelings. And while you're on holiday, you may come to the realization that this is something you want to do. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of wisdom here because I started doing this kind of thing in 2009. And I could not just jump from where I was to that. I had to work a job. I had kids that were either in college, moving out of college. They had needs. We have a home. So I had to work my job. So you might still have to work your job while you're learning how you want to navigate this new found you. I'm going to pull a card from the bottom of the deck, and then we're going to end this reading for the weekend. Oh my goodness. New career. There we go. So one of you out there is contemplating a new career. Your work focus is shifting in a more positive, energetic mode. And this card shows up. The card is green. So I'm going to say, and it looks like an angel, but you know what? Because I love fairy energy, I tend to see fairy energy like this too. But it's going to be in a healing modality mode. So you can take some classes, massage therapy, become a Reiki master, integrated energy therapy, sound therapy. There's so many avenues out there that you can take. But because I'm an artist, I tended to move more towards the soul because I've been seeing auras since the first time that I really saw them was in 1977. I believe I've seen them my whole life, but because I had to paint, I saw. And so that's what I do. But there are so many things out there. If you're a person that has experienced a lot in life and you're getting ready to retire and you've had a career for 30, 40 years and you know a lot about that, your profession, whatever that is, you can use that wisdom that you've gained in your healing avenue, in your healing profession. It should not be limited to. The universe does not limit. God does not limit. See what I do? I'm making a heart. I don't even realize I'm doing it, but I'm making a heart. I'm making some angel wings here. Listen to me. What you would like to do is not limited to a narrow way of thinking. It is a very open way of thinking. So just put your thoughts out there. Look at your interests. Look at what your profession was. Let it percolate. Be open, and it will find you. So, my friends, they say once you let the universe, God, know what your true feelings are and what you love, and that your motive is pure for the good of humanity, all of heaven comes to support you. That's powerful. So, have a great weekend. Be well, be blessed, and I'll see you at the beginning of next week. Take care. Bye-bye.